Oh, drop my little mic piece, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And welcome back to Aussie's View TV. Welcome to Aussie's View TV. Welcome back to the Sober Series, guys, where we're talking about life, improvement, getting closer to God, getting closer to yourself, and quitting those bad habits, man. So in today's episode, man, association. As you see, the background is a little different. You know what I'm saying? I'm currently at work. I'm waiting for them to hit me with my route. I got a crash route, so that means I got some time. You know what I'm saying? I got some time on my hands. So I want to talk to you guys about association, right? This is one of the key things that helped me knock my addictions is association because I associated my addictions with pleasure, right? I associated them with comfort. I associated it with medicine. Excuse me. Oh, black coffee break. But I associated my addictions with a lot of the positive attributes, right? So this intrinsically kept me in the cycle because I didn't see him as a bad thing, especially within the first few years of me smoking, sipping lean, doing stuff of that nature, right? When it comes to your association, this is a pivotal part of getting over an addiction, but not just an addiction. This is also a pivotal part of just of life, because when you can change your association to things, your life will 10x expeditiously. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, that's working out. Prime example. A lot of people don't like to work out because they associate working out with pain, discomfort, displeasure, right? So, because they have that negative association towards it, they don't see the positive in it. You get what I'm saying? So it's very easy for them to say, no, I won't work out because it's painful. No, I won't work out because it brings discomfort. No, I won't work out because I don't get any pleasure out of it. Right? We're going to change the association and start looking at it from a health, from okay, if I work out, I'll be healthier. If I work out, I'll be stronger. Right? And this is the very same principle that I use to fight my addictions. Right? Because when I was smoking, I did it to escape. There was a lot of escapism. You know what I'm saying? A lot of hedonism, right? It was a lot of escapism, a lot of hedonism, and a lot of comfort. Right? I was smoking because I wanted to be comforted. I was smoking because I thought I was self-medicating. And probably for like the first few months, maybe I was. Within years and years and years of an everyday usage, it went from self-medicating to a self-addiction very quickly, right? Before you know it, I went from smoking probably once or twice a month to I can't eat without smoking. Right? My day doesn't start if I don't got a joint, if I don't got a blunt, shit, a fucking bowl pack, right? And I very much lived off this, so I basically associated the very fabric of living with smoking. Like my very existence was like, yo, if I don't smoke, I basically didn't exist if I didn't smoke. And I'm gonna tell you right now, not only that's a terrible way to live, because you're literally telling your body, hey, we can't function without this substance. Right. And I know it's different for more hard substances because they literally have the addiction chemical in it, but weed is just as addictive because it plays with your mind. You get what I'm saying? Mary Jane be out here cha 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 on your toes, and those toes are your brain cells. You know what I'm saying? So when I realized that, okay, damn, why do I keep smoking? Oh yeah, because I'm telling myself that it's making me comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling myself that it's making me happy. I'm telling myself that it's making me more creative. It's making me less bored. When realistically, it was really doing none of those. And if it was doing any of that, it was very seldom. Like for the amount of effort I was putting into smoking, to the amount of like what I got from it, man, I was ripping myself off. To be quite honest with you, you know what I'm saying? And I don't knock other people. Some people can smoke and perform. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not one of those people, right? And weed, honestly, I associated it with friends. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I was like, all right, man, I always been myself. And you know, when you're not the crowd conforming person, you're gonna be the oddball, especially when you grow up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I wind up getting to the streets a little later, but that's another story for another episode. But growing up, I was very much myself. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the Power Rangers. I fuck with the Transformers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I wasn't really into girls like that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the age bracket, at ages 8, 7, those very young ages, that really shouldn't even be on your mind. You know what I'm saying? You should very much be into childhood things like toys and still playing tag and stuff like that. And I was kind of a late bloomer in that regard. Like I got into girls a little late, like probably like late middle school. You know what I'm saying? That's when I started getting into girls. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I feel like that's more of an appropriate time. So in certain cases, I feel like a late bloomer because of my surroundings and my upbringing. But when I look at it from like a realistic perspective, I was on top. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was early. You know what I'm saying? But that's hey, everybody got a life to live and they got a story to tell. So it's what it is. But I associated weed, I put positive association to something that was doing negative damage. Like I'm telling you, the attack points that weed had on my life was crazy. Crazy. It was like negative 4,000 attack points every puff because of all the damage it did. The negative self talk, the paranoia, right? I kind of always struggle with depression. You know what I'm saying? So it would like amplify my depression, you know? You know, like I would cut myself. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I still kind of struggle with that. You know, the depression and the suicidal thoughts. Now, by the grace of God, it's nowhere near as bad, and God has definitely helped me through it. But that weed wasn't helping me, right? And sometimes we lie to ourselves because we want to fit in, right? And this is one of those moments in my life where, like, I was lying to myself. And at the time, I didn't think I was because I was actively smoking. You get what I'm saying? I got introduced to my first blunt when I was 10 years old. I had my first blunt at 10 years old. I caught my first bag at 13, rolled my first blunt at 14. You know what I'm saying? So I was introduced to it at a very, very early age in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 30. You know what I'm saying? So this is pre dispensary weed. This is for those who know, this is super sour diesel, New York sour like this exotic. This one is exotic was today's gas, today's za. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the terms. You know what I'm saying? But exotic back then was today's za, today's gas, today's whatever the new terminology for like the top tier weed is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because your boy out the game. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't smoke. But I just want to tell y'all, man, like you don't gotta do that to feel good about yourself. Because what's gonna happen is we 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 put up a negative mirror in front of me. Like in some ways it did put up a make me analyze and think, right? But it was so negative and me already being a person who I'm hard on myself already. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't give myself room for excuses. You know what I'm saying? Not just because of my upbringing and all the things I've been through in life. It's my personality. You know what I mean? Like even when I'm wrong, I might not want to admit it, but I'm like, yeah, that was foul of me. You know what I mean? That wasn't cool. Because you don't grow. You don't learn and grow as a human being and become a better person. Like I live off an honor system, right? You don't have no honor if you can't learn and grow and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, I could have did this better, or I shouldn't have did this, or I shouldn't have said that. And weed was basically it was amplifying that, but it was also giving me like a pass. You feel me? Like it was also giving me like a pass to be like, okay, this is cool. When it wasn't. Oh damn, I still got a sticker on this joint. That's how you know it's brand new. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep that joint on there. I don't want no fingerprints. You know what I'm saying? But man, and when I tell you like I'm a whole different person than who I was when I was on weed, man. And I know a lot of people gonna listen to this video and they're gonna watch this video and they be like, oh, on weed. Why you got? I don't have a problem with weed. It's a plant, but I do think the stuff that they putting out today is a lot of it's chemicalized. It ain't really like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like back in my day, not to sound like an old head, but you feel me? Just keeping it G. Like back in my day, a blunt of some good, you be good all day. All day. You wouldn't need to roll up several times a day. You wouldn't need to. You be good all day. Like I remember one time me and my mans, man, we had this guy, you feel me? We had this guy we used to go to grab up. And he had that shit. You know what I'm saying? Good quality, you know what I'm saying? Decent prices. You know what I'm saying? You paid for the quality, but the price was within reason. He wasn't slapping you over the head like the $80 3.5. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't slapping you on the head like that. But he had decent prices for decent quality, you feel me? Man, that 3.5, that we split it down the middle. That 3.5 lasted us like 2 weeks. My first blunt, that lasted me a few days. And it's like when I was continuing smoking and got into today's weed, I spent $50 on a $60 on a 3.5. It's gone 30 minutes later. And yeah, you can say it's your tolerance and stuff like that, but there was even times where I did, you know what I'm saying, hiatuses on it. I probably stopped for a couple of days, stopped for, you know what I'm saying, a week or so, just to kind of, fix my tolerance. Day one, fine. Day two, back to the same thing with different weed. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not criminalizing like the cannabis community or demonizing it or nothing like that. I'm talking about my personal experience. You know what I'm saying? And for my personal experience, I'm gonna go ahead and sit this shirt down. You know what I'm saying? Turn it down right there. For my personal experience, it did a lot more damage than it did good. And I know it's a lot of y'all that's watching this video who experiencing that. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to keep up with the Joneses, keep up on appearance, but after you smoke, you become your worst enemy. After you smoke, man, you don't even know what to do with yourself. You so far out of it, out of body, out of touch, out of mind, you don't even want to be around nobody. I'm a Leo. I became introverted from smoking. You know what I'm saying? Now I got my moments where I'm to myself, you feel me? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely both introverted and extroverted at the same time. But it was just like, nah, everything. Soon as I'm outside, I can't wait to go home, be by myself, and smoke, only to be tortured mentally while smoking. So I associated so many positive things to something that was actually very negative in my life. And it's very easy to do that. Some people do that with food. You know what I'm saying? Some people do that with food. Like, you can associate food with comfort, right? You can associate food with pain. You know what I'm saying? You can associate food with anxiety. Some people eat when they're anxious. You feel me? Some people eat when they're stressed out. Some people eat when they're angry. You know what I'm saying? Some people eat when they're happy. Some people eat out of boredom. And you can apply these same attributes to your substances or whatever addictions or whatever bad habits that you do on a daily or consistent basis that's fucking you up, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't need substances to feel alive, man. And I'm not, like, again, I'm not demonizing the cannabis community or nothing like that. I'm not demonizing any community in particularly. But what I've come to realize is that you don't need it, especially if it's doing damage to your life. Now there are some good things like the medical cannabis and the people who it actually helps, and they got like medical prescriptions, and they sat down with doctors. You know what I'm saying? And they've come up with solutions for it to work out. That's dope, right? That's amazing. But I'm not talking about those cases. I'm talking about when you're abusing things daily, day in and day out, and it is doing way more harm than it is good to your life. what I'm saying? It's time to put it down, man. It's time to stop. You gotta stop it. Look, guys, I'm gonna let you in on something, man. 15 years. Almost 15 years of my life could have been course corrected had I just been sober. That's probably gonna be my last part of this little video, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with some bald knowledge. 15 years of my life. 15 years. I'm 30. Do the math. Could have been course corrected if I'd have just been sober. Now, if you pay attention, watch the full video. If you pay attention when I say when I started smoking, if you pay attention to that, so from that age till now, 15 years of my life could have been course corrected had I just been sober. So I'm hoping that this video encourages somebody to put it down, man, and just go live life, man. Go be happy. Go do the things you love to do. You know what I'm saying? If you like nerdy stuff, be a nerd, man. It's a community for you. If you like anime, be in the anime. It's a community for you. If you like sports, be in the sport. It's a community for you. Stop trying to fit into a mold that ain't for you. A lot of us be squares trying to fit in a triangle. A lot of us be triangles trying to fit in the circles. Like, come on, man, this ain't it. You gotta accept the hard things about yourself, and you'll find that that's so freeing than you trying to mold yourself into a shape you was never meant to fit in. Again, 15 years of my life could have been course corrected had I just been sober. It's your boy Ozzy, man. Your host as usual, man. If you're liking the content, man, hit your boy a like, comment, and subscribe, man. Let me know if you related to this type of video. And if you guys feeling these type of videos, get in the comment section. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? The end goal for the year is to reach 500 subscribers. When we reach 500 subscribers, I'm going to go live. We're going to do a live stream. We're going to chap it up, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal for the end of the year, man. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Until next time, thank you for watching Ozzy's View TV.